What's up, everybody? All right, let's just jump right into it here. We're gonna jump right into this one here. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share, become a members only content. Listen, there's a saying. I'm gonna be as respectful as I can. I know that this brother, as I get into this, I know this brother meant this with the best of intentions. I know it. I know he did. But there was a saying growing up. I don't know if these young people are saying it now, but there was a saying growing up. Stay out of grown folks' business, right? When something would happen, kids try to chime in, want to be all up in the kids' business, all up in the parents' business, and they would say, stay out of grown folks' business." So I'm saying that as respectfully in the same similar vein. Married folks who have been married for 10, 15 plus years, stay out of single folks' business, because you have no idea what's going on out here. You think that you do, you say that you do, you can be empathetic, sympathetic, whatever that is. People always remind me. I always forget. You really don't understand what how bad it is. Now, in the video that let me play the video right here.
Gentlemen to the front, especially DMV men. Me and my wife have been outside this summer. Karaoke's, happy hours, brunches, you name it, we've been there. And me and her have come to the same conclusion. That it's nothing but women outside. Man, where y'all at? I mean, I get it. Drink prices are high. Women have unrealistic expectations of what they want from a man. I mean, some of their egos are on Beyonce and they should be on Rashida. I get it. And I understand that maybe Unc and them really haven't taught you how to speak to women. I get that. But it should not be this bad where it's like damn near 20-1. And maybe it's just me being old school. I wanted to be where the women were, especially the beautiful ones. And they have been there and y'all have not. Ladies, I don't know what to tell you. I don't. It's not looking good out there. And may the Lord be with you in your journey.
So the video, we can see that this brother is really trying to understand, and he admits, like, the expectations are unrealistic, and drinks are expensive, and people didn't give people the game, and all this other stuff. Listen, I'm telling you that the game, or any application of game, is is hit or miss. Stuff that used to work years ago don't work anymore. Women want to know that you have something different, it's a completely different environment. So that's what I'm saying. Stay out of this. And I know the brother meant it with the best of intentions. I'm not trying to be dismissive of him or and trying to be disrespectful in any way. But it's a completely different game out here, man. And to the married people out there, enjoy your marriedhood, enjoy your single life. Excuse me, enjoy your married life. If you got issues or problems, talk. If you enjoy being married and want to be with this person, if you enjoy being married, number one, and number two, this is the person you want to be married to, then work on it. If you got issues, communication problems, if you got other stuff that's going on, work on that stuff. Work on it. Talk through it. Deal with it. Therapy, counseling, do what you got to do. Have conversations. Turn off the TV. Get to know each other again. Go on vacations, right? What the heck? All that stuff you really need to do in order to make your situation work. But men today have checked out. He asked where the men were. He said the ratio of him going outside and seeing these different events that he was at, and the ratio was 20-1. I'm actually surprised with that, quite honestly. 20-1 is actually fairly good. But men, where the men at? They're home playing Call of Duty. I play Breakpoint. I'm playing old, going through God of War again, going through Ghost of Tsushima. Just working out a little bit more, reading a lot more. This is what the guys are doing. Guys my age, guys younger, 30s, 40s, 50s. Like, we're not doing that. We ain't doing all that. And it's really sad. It's really sad that it's come to this. I'm not saying this gleefully or happy or anything like that, right? I mean, you don't know what's going on, right? People don't know who's chasing who and how much effort people put in. Like I said in another video, people have competitions to see who can be the laziest in relationships. I met a girl not long ago, a few months ago, not long ago, and we had a couple of really good phone conversations. Start talking about, okay, maybe go make plans to see each other or whatever. Jumps on a video conference. We have a video chat. I had to do one of my live podcasts, so I couldn't talk that long. Next time I hear from her, she's like, "Oh, when I jumped on the video chat, you didn't seem like you were. I'm used to guys chasing me. That's almost exactly what she said. I'm used to guys chasing me and being so enamored and so awestruck by my presence." She didn't say all that, but that's how I took it. I'm used to guys chasing you and being a lot more enthusiastic and stuff. Like I told you, I had this live to do. Well, I just thought that the connection. So we had great connection, and as soon as you jump on the video chat, like this is the stuff. And this is, what do we blame this on? Do we blame it on social media where you got 1,000 likes, people are just constantly sliding you into DMs, and somebody shows you an even keel and doesn't fall all over you and say you're the most beautiful creature in the world? That immediately, listen, man, you can't, as a guy, you can't keep going. You can't keep doing this. Your self-respect, your self, your worth, it all has to mean something. And listen, guys, we're just done with that. We're just done with chasing. I'm going to chase you to, and like, to what end? To what end? Do I get chased back? What do I get in reciprocity? What do I get for all this? Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, man. I'm this close to just being like, just going monk. Just like, forget it, man. I've often said I wanted somebody to kind of settle down with and whatever. But I got two inhibitors, right? One is I'm planning to really move, so that kind of, a lot of ladies are like, just kind of go ahead and do your thing. The other side of that is just what's out here. I thought about doing a slow reaction to this. Like when I say slow reaction to the video I played, I was thinking about just like breaking it down. Okay, you understand. He said he understood. He said he understood. The drinks are high, right? It's expensive to keep taking people out. And where's that going? How many dates are we going to go on, right? Before we get to know each other and we feel more comfortable, whatever. How, what are you offering? Ladies today don't offer what they offered 20, 30 years ago, and boldly saying, I don't cook, I don't clean, I don't do none of that. We just hired the housekeeper, we just hired maid, we just order out. Oh, okay. The offer is so much, it's so different, it's so drastically different from what it was. So you got that going on. You got a situation where ladies think that their price is well above what it is. They want to put you on rosters and stuff and tell you about it. All right, okay. Listen, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I'm not trying to call it. I ain't trying to hold nobody, but you go ahead and do that. You go ahead, right ahead, and do that. Live your life. Be the best version of you. And I hope, and like he said, God be with you. But brothers are not checking. Brothers are not checking for that. I don't know if I got a video of this lady walking down the street after she was at a bar. White lady walking down the street after a bar, just upset that guys weren't approaching her like that. Listen, men are tired of the attitudes, the entitlement. You got to buy everything. it is so frustrating. So when the guy says in the video, Unks didn't teach you the game, I said the game has completely changed. It's like trying to tell somebody how to play, trying to play basketball, and the game is football, right? It's a completely different sport. Maybe that's a little extreme, right? But basketball in the '90s with, the, with how physical it was with the Bulls and the Pistons. It's vastly different from basketball, NBA basketball today, where everybody you got 7'3" guys shooting threes. It's a completely different game, a completely different game. And you know what? Nobody's watching today's NBA games. Nobody's watching that because that's not what we're used to. I mean, young folks ain't watching it. It's not a good game. It's not a good game. So just like people are checked out from NBA games, they checking out from this game that's going on today. So enjoy your life, enjoy your wife, enjoy the relationship y'all have. But what's going on here today? These ladies, man, they it's different. And I hear the ladies when they say it's different from the guys. Guys don't want to put in effort. Well, they don't want to approach. They don't want to put in effort. They want to seem like they're on a pedestal. They want you to take them out. Well, for 20, 30 years, ladies have been bragging about, I don't need a man. We're the same. I want to get paid as such as a man. Okay, well, you want to move that way, we're going to treat you that way. You got it. And then they hate it. They hate it when you say, okay, you got it, big money or something like that. Well, what are you working for? And I'm not telling you not to work. I'm not telling you not to get educated. Lord, please don't get in the comment section. I'm not saying that. But if this is one of the consequences of that. I'm not saying you shouldn't work or get an education. Lord knows I don't want a dumb woman, or I prefer an educated woman. Let's have some in-depth conversations, right? Let's analyze some stuff. Let's think critically about whatever we're about to do or undertake. But what is going on? What is going on is that we have such a vastly different mating strategy that ladies think that what the men want is what the women want, or excuse me, women think that what the women want, all the other, we all know, you can list that off about what women want. Everybody knows that, right? Guy who's successful and all this other stuff, right? And women think that they can move like that, and the guys are going to be okay with that and accept that and want that and be the same way as that. So listen, that's not the way it goes. That's not the way it goes. So there's a lot that's going on within this day and time. The economy has certainly changed. You need two incomes, right? You want the guy to be able to pay for dates and all that kind of stuff, right? But at the same time, you don't want to be, the S word is such a bad word, submissive. You don't want to be that. And I'm not advocating for that. I'm just saying that this is what the guys see. And what they are seeing when they enter these clubs, when they enter these spaces, when they enter, get on dating apps and all this stuff, what they see, they don't like. Just like the NBA game. What I see, I don't like that. I don't like that, right? I don't like that. So, we ain't playing. So, I appreciate the brother for trying to get the brothers to come out there, but you got to give them something to want. And the ladies today have changed so much. It's the juice is worth the squeeze. I'm doing all this effort for what? And I too am at that place and at that point where I'm like, I'm good. I'm not chasing you. I don't chase anybody who want to be caught, right? And again, we're in this reciprocal tie. I got to find a better name for it. I got to think about that. This time of tit for tat, reciprocal this and reciprocal that, where who called you last? I call you all the time, and you never ever call me. I'm texting you all the time. You don't ever text me. Guys are doing cost benefit analysis and just understanding that the juice, it just ain't worth it. It just ain't worth it. It just ain't worth it. They're looking around and just seeing, it's a bad time. So I'll be anxious to hear to read your thoughts, your opinions about, what have you gone to any events and you've not seen men showing up? Are you not seeing men approaching you at bars? I know, Trey Kearney, who was on my show before, she talked about that, and I did a response to it. Guys are not approaching you, right? They may look at you, they may see you, but they ain't approaching you. And you got to ask yourself why. And it's not solely because they're weak. It's not solely because somebody didn't teach them the game. It's not solely because, that they're effeminate or whatever. It's because they look at the cost. They look at the cost and say to themselves, I don't want that. I mean, that's just the bottom line. We can make it as nice and as appealing and try to slap a bow on this as much as possible, but they don't like what they see. They don't like the potential, not physically, but the cost benefit in their brains. How much do I got to cost? How much does it cost to be around you? My peace, getting in arguments. I don't know how many videos I've seen of that where guys are like, $17 for this meal with no arguments versus $120 with arguments, and another with my significant other. If you can't figure that out, if you can't figure that out, it's really too bad. It's really sad. It's really sad, and it's becoming almost a national emergency now with the birth rates and all that kind of stuff, right? So, but I'd love to know if you're a lady out there, have you noticed the same thing that the guy noticed, and have you noticed what the guy has noticed that men aren't around? A lot of people are saying that men aren't around. They're in a house. They're playing video games. They're at the gym. They're working on themselves. And if you read the comment section from that video that I played, it's on Instagram. Read the comment section. That's what they're saying. They're in the house. They're in the gym. They're at work, working overtime. They're traveling. So, and this is the answer to the question about what happened, where men gone, and et cetera, et cetera. So, I'd love to know your thoughts, your opinions. Hit me in the comment section. Until next time, much love and peace.